Hi there. My name is Nolan, for those who don't know. I sometimes am on Dinger City, and I am here to record my Crit Nick video tier list. Now, I got home from work today. I showered, I sat down, I started making this, and dear God, I hope it's uploaded by the end of this tier list Thursday. Let's get started. So, my rubric, it's very loose because a lot of these videos are a year or two old, so I don't remember it too well. So enjoyability is how well I liked it when I watched it, but I can barely remember that. Um, so the grading is a little loose. Uh, Anticipation. If I can remember when he uploaded a video and then I thought, wow, I can't wait for like the next episode to come out. Then it gets another bump up. That was a highly anticipated series on my end. Community engagement, not so much affecting the grading, but it's something I'm gonna comment on for each post if there are any notable people in the comments. And there's a couple penalties. If he completed the series, then there would be no penalty. But there's a few series where he just, by completed, I mean completed the original objective, which is important for Leaf Green. And speedrun when? Nick has this habit of enjoying a game and saying, I'm going to speedrun this. And then he doesn't. And I'm going to hold him accountable for it. I understand he's busy, but I'm going to hold him accountable for it. So let's start off with Barbie's Secret Agent. This might be a little lower than most people were expecting. I know it's a critical hit for a few fans, and I will commend it because it was not a game I was expecting Nick to play. It was not a game I thought would be bad because I remember my sister had a Barbie game, and I don't remember which one it was, but I remember loving that game. So when he uploaded this, I was like, this game's got to be great, and it was. Game sick as hell. Movement's great. The gadgets are great. The mini games are a little but like, and the vehicle levels, those weren't my favorite, but like, otherwise, it's a very solid game. Bonnie and Tyler were like all over the comment section on this, which brings me to my first penalty. This game in particular was the most anticipated speed run. Most of Tyler's comments were, please speed run. Every time I'm flipping through the video for like sections, I hear Nick talking about how great the movement is and how excited he is to speed run it, and it never happened. So I'd really like to remind Nick of his promise. And it was short. It was only a 2 episode series. Like I said, if a couple speedruns came out after, I would have been like, wow, great, perfect series. Uh, yeah, that's all I got for Barbie. Next, we have Pokemon Black Bean Nolan Lock. I'm a little partial to the Bean Nolan Lock because I'm a big fan of helping out, or at least being a part of the production. It's the third of the Bean Nolan trilogy. It was the toughest Nuzlocke on his channel as of. Actually, yeah, it is the toughest Nuzlocke on his channel because Leaf Green's tough, but I believe it's very beatable. Sapphire, tough, uh, but I believe Nick is very practiced in that game. This is also his, I want to say, one of his favorite Pokemon games. So I believe he's also practiced in it, but not as much because it's on the DS, and I don't believe he has had the chance to. I guess nut isn't the right word, but you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, I believe this was one of the toughest games that he was about to Nuzlocke. Uh, Bean, Tyler, and Joey were all over this video, all over this series. I mean, Mr. Joe, the Big Bean, and Tyler were commenting on literally everything, uh, and I was just as excited for this game, and it pains me greatly that it was the last video before the big Crit pause. Um, and it is, if there's one series that he brings back from at any point, actually, like any point, any series that was incomplete, this is the one I would like to see. Uh, but that's just me. The likelihood of Nick renewing any series is all up to him. Uh, this is just the one I would like to see the most, and it's my video, so that's why I'm mentioning it. Dadish 1 and 2. A couple of these games are just going to share a slide. Dadish 1. Uh, I've never heard of this game. Nick was like, if you haven't heard of this game, you got to get it. I believe I did get it on ISO and played it a little bit. Thank you. Shout out to Tom Young, the creator, the sole creator of these games, because these games are a lot of fun. And I'm a fan of the games that Nick plays where he just like kicks back and just rambles, goes off topic. And this is one of those games. But on top of the rambling, is when he was talking about how fun this game is to speedrun. And this brings me back to the other penalty. The reason Dadish is an A tier instead of critical hit. Same with Barbie. The only thing knocking them down from that coveted critical hit is that it wasn't. I'm gonna beat this horse. It wasn't sped run. At least it wasn't sped run on camera. And it was a game that he talked about speedrunning. Like, I cannot stress enough how much of the video was dedicated to Nick talking about how fun it is to speedrun. And same with Barbie. Like, it's just such a miss. I can't call it a crit. And it would have been nice to have Mr. Joe on the camera for this, because I believe it was Mr. Joe who said he was also speedrunning. I could be misremembering. I was, again, just clicking through. I believe I couldn't find him mention who was also speedrunning, but I believe it was Mr. Joe. And then Dadish 2 is the next bracket. Once again, thank you, Thomas Young. This game was announced 8 days after uploading, or I guess 9 days after uploading Dadish. So it was like, and again, anticipation off the charts. I was like, oh my god. Or for Dadish 1, anticipation off the charts. I was like, we're gonna get all of Dadish and then Dadish 2. That's great. I'm ready for these videos, and I was. Dadish 2, I believe I remember it being a little wonky. Like, there was like a couple of bugs because it was still early. I don't know. I believe some of the bugs were from recording because he had to record it from a different device. Because I don't think it was on the Switch yet. And then some of the bugs were just from it being a new game. It wasn't patched or anything. And I think that hits it a little bit. But the big jump down is that he didn't speedrun it afterwards. But I've already talked about that. Fall Guys. Oh. Ooh. Seems I'm missing a slide. Alright, Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 are on here. Alright, if I find those slides, I'll read what I talked about. I remember filling those slides out. But, yeah. Donkey Kong Country 2. I guess I'll talk about them first. Or I'll talk about Fall Guys first. Fall Guys was the first critical hit of the list. This game was so much fun to watch. Fall Guys, the hype for Fall Guys had died down when this video came out, and I wasn't even on the hype. I've never played Fall Guys. I've watched a friend Sal play Fall Guys on stream a couple times, and that's all I've seen of Fall Guys. And then Tyler comes in and threatens to slime Nick if he can't beat Fall Guys at playing 3-1 games. And this literally has everything. I love the group dynamic. the Dinger City house is featured in this. I remember Robin, Rachel, Joe, Jason, I believe, all show up at different intervals, um, and it's just so much fun. This is also just a great game. Just have a ton of people over, and just it's such a spectacle. So great. Love this game. Love this series. Uh, it not only did it end the hiatus, uh, it survived through the hiatus. It was before, and then it was the game that brought Critnik back, and what a coming it was. Uh, Table, I cannot stress uh, how much joy it filled me when they literally smashed a table out of frustration. By they, I mean Nick. Smashed a table out of frustration. Like, not even that far into the series either. It's like an early point. This is a good series. Uh, Let me see. Tyler's World 3. I can't wait for it. Now, Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. You know what? I'll see if my slide comes up because it's two games. If it was just one game, I might just ramble, but I'm gonna wait until the slide comes up because I know it's in there. Pokemon Leaf Green with Bon and Pokemon Leaf Green Nuzlocke. Now these are spaced out pretty far. I'm talking about them in chronological order, but I have a lot more to say about the Nuzlocke, as you can see. The return of Bon. Not sure what I mean by return. Oh, I know what I mean by return. This series was filmed while Bonnie was still in New Paltz and Nick had graduated. So this was Bonnie visiting Nick for like a weekend. So the return of Bon. Great to see her again. Shout out to Bonnie. um, and the series was very funny. Wasn't a Nuzlocke. It was just chill Pokemon. Uh, Best nicknaming you'll see in any of Nick's videos. Uh, it's just such a shame that there's 2 episodes of it, and yeah, great start. But we get out of the ashes rises a phoenix. Pokemon Leaf Green Nuzlocke. Nick was just like, we're done with that. I'm just gonna Nuzlocke this game, and what a series it is. You're gonna see this one at the top of the list for this game. This game is so good. This is the series that I recommend to anyone who's like, hey, I've been watching Dinger City for a while, and I want to see what these guys are up to. Tell me your favorite Wonder Bear. Tell me your favorite Mr. Joe. And tell me your favorite Crit Nick videos. I will immediately hit them with Watch Fire Red Nuzlocke. This is Crit Nick as just like in his element. Um, I will say it's I want to say it's slow in the beginning, but oh what a rush I think Viridian Forest is. Uh, but this game was like already critical hit, and then Tyler joins for the series and just kicks it into the fucking stratosphere because this game is it's so much fun to watch. It's so funny. Perfect duo. Because believe this, Tyler hadn't played too much Pokemon, so Nick is just like, oh yeah, this is Hyper Beam, this is Telka. There are so many like pivotal moments in this series that influence my perception of both Tyler and Nick to this day. Great series. Can't talk about it enough. Well, I can talk about it enough. I have talked about it enough. Cannot recommend it enough. Wind Waker and Link's Awakening. So, Wind Waker, um, if you guys know, is one of Nick's favorite games. He played it with his dad when he was younger. It's like one of his first games. Uh, and it's just I didn't put it here. It's a 3 heart run, so he doesn't get any heart containers. He just beats the game at like minimum Link. He's just like, yeah, I love this game, and I'm gonna do some whack ass skips and like clean boss fights. This is Nick playing like this is Nick. I guess City Hall's Dirge. This is Nick's Dirge. Uh, and speaking of City Hall, if you check the comments, he's all over this series, which surprised me actually. I didn't remember this being a very anticipated series, so I was surprised to see City Hall was all over this. There was more comments in this than I was expecting. Um, for some reason, I don't remember the end too well. I remember the beginning parts, just like enjoying it so much. And then I remember the later parts, just like the maps and stuff, but I don't remember the dungeons like at all. So that's why it's going to be a little lower than it probably should be. Um, but it's an old series. That's why I said it's a flawed grading method. Link's Awakening. It's very cute. Unfortunately, this is the only series on here that I have not seen to completion. Nick posted this tier list, the tier list last night, and I said, "Cool, I'm gonna watch this at work." And I saw the first 10 episodes at work, um, and I considered coming home and watching the rest of it, but I figured, no, I gotta put some time into making this slideshow. And oh, what a time! It was like a good 8. I've been at this for like 4 hours now, and I'm really hungry, so I was not gonna finish this tier list, watch the second half of this playthrough, just to replace it. It's getting an unfair grading, um, but maybe not too unfair because, like I said, I was expecting an empty comment section for Wind Waker. This is the one where there's like zero comment videos because I missed it and the Big Bean wasn't feeling like talking for some reason. Uh, so this game gets a hit from this is I think the only game that will get a hit from the comment section, and the only reason it's getting a hit is because I didn't see it, so I can't grade it accurately. So this game least deserving of the C tier. So I hit it. Yeah, I did hit it twice. The Lion King. Now this game deserves the C tier. Uh, so much more than Link's Awakening. This game is I think it's like 4 levels and like 5 or 6 episodes because there's just this one awful platforming section with like a waterfall, and Nick is fucking pissed. He's playing it on the Switch, which has a mode where you can watch somebody beating the game. There's a playthrough built into the game so you can see the game is beatable. I guess to give you some sort of just like, oh yeah, it's possible. Please don't quit. Trust me, it's possible. And just he watches that section, he jumps to it, and it's just so frustrating to watch. Nick is so frustrated the whole time. This game is a mess, uh, and this placement again. So this is graded on a curve. The C tier Crit Nick video is still worth watching. Uh, the series is still worth watching, but oh my god, this series just like hurt to remember. And the worst part is at the end of it all, Nick was like, "You know what? I think I liked it. I might speedrun it." He hits me with the worst comment he could on this. Actually, no. I think he jokingly said speedrun it, and everyone was kind of like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see you speedrunning it." But Nick was joking about having a good time. This game was a mess. This game, don't play it. Watch Nick play it, and then don't play it. Mario 64. Back into the critical hits. This series is great. This game near and dear to the Big Bean's heart, and you can really tell the comment section is just littered with beans. Uh, I just it was just like it was his element, and Nick was just like it was Bean's world, and Nick was just living in it. Um, Frosty Peaks, I believe it is the ice level in the beginning, is some of the worst Crit Nick gameplay you will see, barring the Lion King. Um, and then you see him just like tightening it up slowly, and then towards the end of the series, he's like pretty good at the game. And it feels great watching him go from that place and ending in such a good high. He's missing like 10 stars. I'm not gonna ask him to complete it. The series is done. This is where the completion clause comes in. The goal was to beat the game. Goal was not 100% it. So missing a few stars, fine. Not a no penalty. Not asking for him to go back. The series was great. The one, this is I think the only critical hit that will have a con. I didn't point this out, but the top row is pro, bottom row is con. I think this is the only crit hit with a con, and that is just like after this game, I was like, let's see some more 3D Mario. Let's see some Mario Galaxy. Let's see some Mario Sunshine. He had posted a speed run of Mario Sunshine beforehand, but I was expecting just like some either a challenge run of that game or Galaxy or some 3D game like this, Donkey Kong 64, even Majora's Mask, something. Uh, but to no avail. I don't remember what came after. I believe he was doing this and Fire Red. No, I have no idea what he did after this. Uh, anyways, not even a penalty, still crit hit. Wasn't on the rubric. Not going to penalize it. Great game, great series. Also, if you don't like Pokemon, but you want to start watching Crit Nick, you can start with this video, this series. It's a good series. Let's see what's next. Super Mario Worlds. I almost put these on the same slide, but they felt too different in like every aspect besides being Mario. This is not his first series. I believe it's the second series. But I believe this is the series where Nick sat down and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put some of me into this channel," and you can really tell this is another early game, early Crit Nick classic, where he gets all the goalposts. I don't know too much about this game. I watched the series and I greatly anticipated each episode. I believe it's like the secret posts and levels, so we got every secret. 100% of this world, 100% of this game, um, barely broke a sweat. Great, great to watch. I believe the only reason it's down in B tier is because I don't remember much of it besides just being like, yeah, this is a good series. I can't wait for the next one. Or yeah, next series, next upload. Um, so that's the only thing knocking it down. Again, flawed grading. Monkey Ball. I completely forgot he did Monkey Ball as a series. I remember he sped run it once, and then I saw the series, and I was like, maybe he didn't speed run it. Maybe like him and Andrew sped run it on City Hall or something. I don't know. Uh, I'm gonna start with the penalty. Actually, I thought there was no speed run because again I was like maybe you speed run on like something else. I don't know. As soon as I finished all the slides, I went back. I scrolled through his channel and I saw just before episode 1 he speed runs beginner mode, and then this series is him doing expert mode. So he does do the speed run that he promises. I don't even know if he promises it. I just can't imagine him playing a monkey ball game without mentioning speedrunning. So I just assumed he might have brought it up, and he did do the speed run. So it is unfairly placed for until the ending slide. Um, but it's unfairly placed because I believe it'll be at the end of B tier for a while. It doesn't deserve to be there. But I still stand by it being a B tier series just because this suffers a couple of the problems that Lion King has. Not with it being a bad game, but with the controls and Nick just absolutely fucking losing it. Nick raging, not always that bad, but it's most of the later levels. And once again, shout out to Goobs in the Discord. I'm even gonna pull it up for getting the world record in a Super Monkey Ball 2 expert speedrun, 1508. Thank you, Goobs. You're doing the world's an absolute service. Yeah. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Still sad I haven't seen Donkey Kong Country. I don't know where that went. Um, oh, you know what? I don't think I wrote about it. We'll get back to that. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. This was a game, from my memory, a friend had it, so I went over his house and played like the beginning part, and I was like, "That was a pretty fun game. I like RPGs and I like Mario." And then I never touched it or heard of it again. And then Nick started playing it, and you can see. Sorry, this is a video that this is a series that is quite kind of like the same tier as Secret Agent Barbie, where a lot of Critnik fans might say it deserves a critical hit. Um, but I will say this game suffers from a couple things. The hiatus put this game on the brakes, and it's the game that didn't come back after the hiatus either. Um, and honestly, he's like pretty decent into it. Um, but I would need a refresher because this game I remember being greatly anticipated, and I remember him having like fantastic game knowledge and just experience, expertise in this game. And I would need to either rewatch it if he picks this series back up, or just see a new series because this game should be enjoyed in its entirety, and it's a real like my heart goes out to this series for being incomplete. That's why usually incomplete games go a little lower. This one stays in A tier just for on its own being a crit hit. Pokemon Pinball. This is my highest ranked video series in this video. I love Pokemon Pinball. I love watching Nick play it. It is so effortless. It is just um, I used to wake up every Sunday, roll out of bed, immediately take out my phone, and pull up the new Pinball Sunday. This game is so adorable. It was just chill stream. He's reading love notes. He's reading love notes to Bonnie. It's just it feels so wholesome, and it was my favorite to watch. Um, and honestly, can't even call it incomplete. The goal is the goal. I think for me, I was just like, hey, just like play it for a few years, and you'll probably get to number one in the world. Like, no sweat. I don't believe that was Nick's goal. I believe Nick's goal was to just have a good time, and had a good time. He did. This is I get only reason I don't recommend this right away to new people is just because you gotta get to know Nick first to really take in how sweet this series is. Uh, I love this game. Again, I have this game. I played this game a lot. Love watching Nick just do the same. It's just so good. Again, Sunday morning I'd wake up, and then later on I was just like, I have this game. I could be playing along, and so I did. I started playing along. I was like, yeah, let me get to 9 lives. I was never good at the game. I only got like 5 million, which is pennies to Nick. He gets like 5 million a stream. Uh, Great series, love it. Rogue Legacy. This one, gonna pivot real hard on this one. This was a series that I was greatly anticipating, and then was cruelly cut short, not due to a hiatus. Nick was just not feeling it. It's his channel. He cannot feel whatever he wants, and I can grade it poorly however I want. Um, This game, so I compared to almost Slayed My Spire. So Slay the Spire is a game that I greatly enjoy to this day. I started playing it because City Hall uploaded a single Slay the Spire video called "You Can Slay My Spire," uh, and Slay My Spire it did because right after that, I checked my Steam library. My friend shares her games with me. I saw Slay the Spire and I was like, "That's the game City Hall is playing. That looked like so much fun. I'm gonna start playing it." And I did. I started playing it, loved it. Uh, COVID sent us home early. I was in class, bored out of my mind. Zoom on the left, Slay the Spire on my right. Love this game. I streamed it a couple times. I've beaten the heart twice on stream. And I barely stream this too. It's the filler game I get when I have technical difficulties or just like was planning something and didn't feel like it. It's the game I pull up. Slay the Spire, great game. Rogue Legacy literally had almost the same beginning. For some reason, just didn't take off. I checked my library, saw my friend had it, and I was like, cool. I played it a couple times. And just like Nick ending the series early, I was just like, this game's fun. I'll get to it. And then I didn't. Uh, so I would love to see or get. I would love to just get into Rogue Legacy. Not even from Nick. I just want to play this game again. Um, and it's a shame. This would probably be a crit hit if completed, but alas, B tier you go. Pokemon Sapphire, Bean Nolan Lock. This is the first Bean Nolan Lock. I don't believe we invented this. Somebody definitely just picked somebody's Pokemon before, um, but this this concept in Dinger City community of grab two friends, pick my encounters. I'll check the game's time, even or odd. I'll get your encounter. Um, I'm planning to do a Nick Bean lock at some point. I just don't know what game yet. Probably X and Y because I want to play those again. And Nick, Big Bean, if you're watching this, I'm gonna send you a document not today because I just spent a lot of time on this, and I was supposed to spend a lot of time making a document for my DM for Dungeons and Dragons because I'm building a Dragoon from Final Fantasy, um, but I'm not sure what class, so I'm making a whole file of just me saying how each class could be a Dragoon. Not every class, just the ones that could do it successfully. Um, and it's a game that there's no full casters, so just half casters. And I was like, barbarian's pretty good because totems can get like the extra movement speed. We talked about so we joked about using a pogo stick, and then ZM was like, you can use like trick weapons from Bloodborne where your weapon transforms, and I was like, that's perfect. I'll have a spear, and then I'll have a pogo stick, and I'll just pogo stick transform, and then anyways. Pokemon Sapphire, Bean Null Unlock. Love this series. Where even is it? There it is. It's right there, crit hit. I was like, has to be in the top tier. Love this series. This is where this is where the boys get together. Nick, Bean, and I. Um, oh, sorry, I was mistaken where I said Mario 64 to be the only complaint in crit hit series. Too wet, not indicative of Nick, but indicative of Sapphire. Towards the end of the game, everyone complains about too much water in Hoenn. All right, it's it's a problem for this format because that means you get like a good 10 routes of just wet encounters. And I tried my best to not duplicate, and then that happened, and I was just like, fuck it, you're getting 5 Wingles. And so we got 5 Wingles. Because the Big Bean had the uh, same exact scenario. It's just like, too wet, no choices, you get the same guy, whatever. Uh, but I can't hold that against the series. The series means a lot to me, personally. Um, yeah, it's a great game. Great Nuzlocke. More Pokemon. This is Pokemon Shield Surprise Lock and the Pokemon Shield Dino Bear Lock. As I said, uh, the friend lock, as he dubs it here, the friend lock has made a splash in the whole Dinger City community. Now we have the Dynamike and Wonder Bear HD and Crit Nick triple threat where they all friend locked each other, and it was fantastic. Oh, sorry, I'm breaking my own formula. Talk about them chronologically. Surprise Lock, first series that I ever posted. Great, a little underrated. Because I know Nick's kind of just like, yeah, that series. It was just me fumbling around for the first time on YouTube. I loved it. I loved it. It was a great series. Um, I think towards the end it fell off, just because for Wonder Trades you usually just get a lot of like uh, eggs. Like you breed for a while, then you get a good egg, or you get your shiny, and then you're left with like 5 boxes of Feebas. You're just like, all right, throw it to some kid, and some kid was Nick a lot of the time. So you don't get too much party variety towards the end, and the game just being Gen 8, kind of a goo goo gaga Nuzlocke. Experienced Crit Nick had a team, and he was just like, I'm gonna watch this. So I don't remember the end of it too well, and that's the only doc that this game gets. Otherwise, fine game, good series. Surprise Lock, already talked about it a little bit. The trio, again, I was like, baby game, Nick splashing through it like fucking nothing. He does it again with the Dynabear Lock, because this time he's not getting level 1 encounters every route, and he's just smacking the game around like it's nothing. I think he gets like 1 or 2 deaths, um, and he's the resident expert of the three because I don't know I don't know how good Dynamike is at Pokemon Nuzlocks, but I do remember he only streamed until like I think he was just doing the first open. I forget what that part's called. A lot of encounters in the beginning, um, and that's all I really. That's all I remember he streamed. So can't judge his Nuzlocking abilities. Tyler, Wonder Bear HD. It's his first Nuzlocke, and this boy literally almost wiped to a Growlithe in the first half of the first hour of the game. So comparatively, when you're looking at all three of these series, you're just like, yeah, Nick just like swatted third gym leader and he's got like no depth, whatever. And then you look at the other two just crawling behind, either covered in deaths or just not that far at all. Um, and this is the series I would love to see return from all three of them. It's the only reason it's getting. I I was hovering over this thing for a while. I was like, do you even deserve A tier for just how incomplete you are? I threw it up there. I guess I just couldn't stay mad at Crit Nick Wooloo, but uh, least deserving A tier. If anything goes below A tier, no, it doesn't. That's the lowest A tier, almost a B tier. This game, it's good. Shrek 2 featuring Mr. Joe. This is another game that I had when I was younger, and I love this game. I think this is the game where I felt like a gamer for the first time. The Puss in Boots battle was tough for me because it's a rhythm game and it was 5. It's like I call in the cavalry. I call in my older sister who helps me with video games. I call my dad who doesn't play video games but is a functioning adult and could beat a basic rhythm game. Plug in the 2 controllers. They carry me through it. And like a week later, I was just like, no, I'm gonna beat Puss in Boots on my own. I remember hiding the controller so I would memorize where the buttons were. And since then, I've just been naturally good at just grabbing a controller and knowing the buttons. I don't go, ooh, I was playing Xbox for a while, so the PlayStation controller is weird for me. Or like, ooh, touching the GameCube controller for the first time in years. No, I got it. Controllers ingrained into me, buttons and stuff like that. And that's the game that did it. And then I watched Nick and Joe have just a blast with this game. It was so much fun watching them have so much fun at this game. Because not only is it just a complete gem, it is just a mess sometimes. You just see like the worst animation or just the worst, just like clipping and stuff like that. It's just like, this game's nuts. How is it so good? It's so good. Big recommend. I put speedrun question mark. I believe early on they joked about speedrun, and I almost docked this down to A tier, but my personal attachment to this game kept it above A tier. But I do believe this is supposed to be penalized and doesn't deserve S tier. Doesn't deserve crit hit, but damn, it gets it. Because I again, I only kind of remember them saying speed run, but I didn't jump through. I didn't find them saying it, so I can't fault it all the way. Tasmanian Tiger. This is the last one, so after Ty, I'll talk about Donkey Kong Country. I guess I completely fucked that up. So this is the beginning of Tyler's World. This is Tyler's World 1. I believe the story for Tyler's World is Nick lost a bet. I guess he was supposed to like speedrun race City Hall in some game, I believe. And the loser had to play 5 games of Tyler's Choice with a known punishment and an unknown reward, which fantastic concept. Ty was just testing the waters. Tyler was like, "You're gonna play this game that I had when I was younger," because my parents saw it was named Ty and was like, "We have a kid named Tyler. He's gonna love this game." And this is another just fun game to watch. I wanted to play this game watching this game. Couldn't wait for the next upload. This game so much better than you would imagine. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna play Tyler Tasmanian Tiger." And Nick's like, "I've never heard of this." I'm like, "I never heard of this." And then it was just a great series, great game. Once again, you got the Crit Tyler, Crit Nick on the couch, just going at it. Fantastic boys, well done. And I say nice nice thumbnails because I was so into this series that I was like, I'm gonna bust out some awful MS Paint edits for thumbnails, and Nick does use a few of them. They were just like, you gotta collect the Wonder Eggs in the game, and Tyler was joking about like making a Wonder Omelet, and I was just like, yeah. So I photoshopped Tyler making an omelet of the Wonder Eggs. So this game's great. Um, Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. These are early series, and it is a shame that Donkey Kong Country 1 probably gets a big hit for me not remembering it too well. Um, this was one of the first games I've ever played as well. When I was 5, I got a Game Boy for my birthday, and this game. On top of that, my sister had Pokemon Red, so I was back and forth between Pokemon Red and this game. Didn't beat either of them because I was stupid in 5. I I remember I started Pokemon Red before I can read, and I got all the way up to like Blaine, and I just couldn't figure out the Pokemon Mansion. Just from watching the show, learning type matchup, and then memorizing which option on which Pokemon did damage. Being like, yeah, Charmander's first attack hurts. Second attack doesn't. Third attack does, and it's fire. But I didn't pick Charmander because didn't know how to get past Brock with Charmander. Anyways, Donkey Kong Country was the other game I had, and I didn't beat it because I was stupid in 5, couldn't platform. But you can watch Nick platform this game like a freaking god. He's so good at platformers, Nuzlocke. If you see Nick just upload either of those genres of games, you can just right off the bat be like, this is going to be a good series. And looking at all the series, I believe the Shield. All right, never mind. There's one platformer that if he uploads, it's not going to be a good time. That's The Lion King. But Donkey Kong Country is not The Lion King. It's a great game. Love watching Nick play it. It was a short series. I guess that's why I don't remember it as much. I definitely made a slide for this because I remember specifically writing. It was 5 of Donkey Kong Country 1 and 9 of Donkey Kong Country 2, and that's such a boon for Donkey Kong Country 2 to be so much longer because it's more memorable for me after all this time. Nick was more familiar with Donkey Kong Country 2. You knew all like most of the secret spots. I remember specifically writing as a positive Squawk's level, because that level was a fucking. I gotta get the right word. The Squawk level was the big. I guess the earliest series that you will see Critnik blow his fucking top, because the Squawk section is such a fucking garbage maze with garbage controls, and he's just going at it. Great series. That level sticks out to me so much. Um, yeah, I wish I had the slides. I'm pretty sure that's everything. So that's the final list. The only thing that changed here, I was able to move Monkey Ball to the top of B tier instead of right above Rogue Legacy. No other changes. Yeah. Again, Shrek 2 barely critical hit because the speedrun comment. Wonder Bear, Dyna Bear Lock, barely an A tier because it's not complete and it really deserves to be completed. Rogue Legacy, barely in B tier. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this list. I almost want to kick Lion King down to D tier because I'm much more angry about it now than I was writing that slide. I can at least say Link's Awakening is better than Lion King. Tier list fills. Oh, I didn't write it. I was supposed to write tier list filled first draft because this is where I'm going to announce that to Nick, I'm going to rewatch all this and I'm going to give you a definitive list because there's so much bias in just memory that I need to go back. I need to watch Lion King again. I need to watch. Was the surprise lock as bad as you remember it? I need to see how bad it was. So yeah, I'm gonna watch all these again. I don't know when because I'm no longer as of today, Thursday. As of 3 days from now, I will no longer be a professional driver, and I will not have the time to. I gotta finish freaking. There it is, Link's Awakening. Before I rewatch everything, I also got to rewatch it not while I'm driving, so I can re-comment. I didn't mention it this video, but a couple slides one of the slides mentioned it. I used to not leave timestamps like an asshole, and I used to leave them all in one comment instead of multiple comments. Awful system. Sorry about that again. I'm gonna give you a better tier list. This is what I got for you so far. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Shout out to the Big Bean, because the Big Bean was some guy in the Discord, and I wasn't in the Discord too much, but through the Critnik comment section has become a dear friend to me. Shout out to Bonnie, because a lot of these videos, you'll see Nick talks about Bonnie like literally every series. Love them too. And I gotta thank her. Shout out to Goobs again, of course, for the speed run in Monkey Ball 2. I believe that's it. I guess shout out to Dinger City if you're watching this. Oh yeah, so this is being posted unlisted on my channel. So only people in Dinger City will be seeing this. So it's pointless to shout them out because if you're in the Dinger City, you're only watching this if you're in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, you're probably subscribed to Dinger City. So I guess subscribe to them again. Come to the live stream February 5th, noon to noon. I'll be there at some point. Jason, I'm gonna message you right after I hit stop recording about something. Uh, Thanks for watching. Oh, this is my first time wearing a hat in a while. Thanks. Uh, Picked it up today. It's got. I love this dude. All right. Rose said I look like a sociopath. Thanks for watching.